8114, record of proceedings. So a record of the proceedings shall be made in all cases. A record of the proceedings shall be made in all cases. And the court shall not enter an order sealing the court records, either in whole or in part, except upon a written finding of good cause, which shall specify the grounds. So basically, it has to be recorded, these proceedings. It can't be sealed, except if the court makes a written finding for good cause, and it has to specify the grounds that of good cause. And the court shall not exclude a person or persons or the general public from a proceeding under this article, except upon written findings of good cause shown. And the court shall consider the interests of the public, the orderly and sound administration of justice, the nature of the proceedings, and the privacy of the person alleged to be incapacitated. Okay, let's see. I'm going to jump around a little bit. So 8119, I think, is important, and I could see them most likely asking a question from this, is who is eligible to be a guardian. So an individual over 18 or any parent under 18 years of age who is found by the court to be suitable to exercise the powers necessary, including but not limited to like a spouse, or a parent, sibling, adult child, can be a guardian. Also, a not-for-profit corporation, a social services official, or public agency, and then a corporation. So again, it's an individual over 18 or any parent under 18 years of age who is found by the court to be suitable to exercise the powers necessary. And so that can include, but it's not limited to, spouse, parent, sibling, adult child, and a not-for-profit corporation, a social services official or public agency, and also a corporation. So I think what's interesting about this is the fact that it can actually be somebody under 18, because most of the time, a lot of the stuff we're studying, it's like 18 and over. Here, it can actually be a parent who's under the age of 18. Let's see. Oh, and also important to note is that mental hygiene legal service may not serve as a guardian. So I'm not entirely certain why that is, but mental hygiene legal service may not serve as a guardian. So if they give a multiple choice thing on the test, they list a bunch of things, and mental hygiene legal service is one of them, don't pick that answer. All right, let's see what else. 8126 is the designation of the clerk to receive process. So an instrument must be executed and acknowledged by the guardian and filed with the clerk of the court, which designates the clerk of the court to receive service of process whenever a guardian cannot be served. So if for some reason a guardian can't be served, the clerk can then be served for them. And so the guardian has to file an instrument with the court basically stating that they understand, that they're aware, and that if they're not able to be served, that they're designating the clerk of the court to receive service of process on their behalf. Let's see what else. Commission to guardian. So within 5 days after the guardian has filed a designation under 8126, which is the designation of the clerk to receive process, and they filed a bond, the clerk shall issue a commission which shall state, and it states the title of the proceeding, the name, address, and telephone number of the incapacitated person, the name, address, and telephone number of the guardian, and the specific powers of such guardian, the date when the appointment of the guardian was ordered by the court, and the date on which the appointment terminates if one has been ordered by the court. 8128 deals with the compensation of a guardian. Basically, the court establishes and may from time to time modify a plan for the reasonable compensation of the guardian or guardians. And if the court finds that the guardian has failed to discharge his or her duties satisfactorily in any respect, the court can deny or reduce the compensation that they would otherwise be entitled to. So basically, do what you got to do, take care of your shit, otherwise you might not get paid. Let's see. 8130 is more time rule stuff, and it's an initial report. And there's a 90-day rule, and there's a 10-day rule. So no later than 90 days after the issuance of the commission to the guardian, the guardian shall file with the court that appointed the guardian a report in a form prescribed by the court stating what steps the guardian has taken to fulfill his or her responsibilities. And proof of completion of the guardian education requirements must be filed with the initial report. So again, proof of completion of the guardian education requirements must be filed with the initial report. So 90 days after issuance of the commission, they have to file a report with the court that appointed them, basically stating the steps that they have taken to fulfill their responsibilities and proof that they've completed this guardian education requirement, whatever it is, 90 days. Now, there's a 10-day rule. So 10 days, so if the initial report sets forth any reasons for a change in the powers authorized by the court, the guardian shall make an application within 10 days of the filing of the report on notice to the persons entitled to such notice. So basically, if the guardian, okay, let me rephrase that. If the initial report sets forth any reasons for a change in the powers authorized by the court to the guardian shall make an application within 10 days of the filing of the report, and it has to be on notice to persons entitled to such notice.